Welcome everyone to Haven of Horror. As always, I'm Subject, and I have 11, also known as Hayden. I
Why am I 11?
don't know.
I
Uh,
don't know. I don't know that I want to be anybody from Stranger Things.
whoa. Okay, Steve Harrington is peak.
Yeah, but I
Uh,
don't. I'm not. I'm not similar to Steve Harrington.
no, you're Dustin.
Oh no.
That's not even an insult. Dustin's like my second favorite character in the show.
In this season, he's veering on.
So we're gonna talk about that, because I have a lot of issues not with the season, but with people's media literacy with this season. But we'll come back around. Uh, so we're here to talk about Volume 1 of Season 5, because this season has the most infuriating release schedule that I have ever seen.
It's so bad. It's the worst.
And it's just to keep people and subscribe to Netflix for 2 months. But we're going to talk non-spoilers for a little bit, just kind of get general thoughts and maybe what we had thought was going to happen in this season versus what we got. And Hayden, this is your first Stranger Things video, because you weren't able to make any of the commentaries, but hopefully we can get you on for the commentaries for season 5 next year sometime, whenever it's fucking done. Is it crazy to you that we're in the end game now?
Yeah. I know I'm younger than you. I've joked. I think I've told you this. I've joked about this for years. When this show starts, I don't have a driver's license. Uh, and now I'm a grown man with a house, and we've only gotten 5 seasons,
Well, grown.
allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. No, this is the poster child for streaming shows, for better or worse.
Yeah,
I do think it does successfully capture that cinematic feel in a TV format, but it's also taken 10 years, and yes, there have been issues, the writer strike, COVID, blah, blah, blah. 10 years to get 5 seasons of television done. 5 seasons that I would argue is not very well plotted out, because they
no,
constantly have to retcon themselves. But we'll get there.
yeah.
So what are your general feelings on this first 4 episodes?
No, what's weird is I don't really know. Like, we've talked about this a little bit. I lukewarm maybe. Like a lot of streaming shows have where, like, the first half of the season is just build up, and I this isn't plotted any differently than it would be, I think, if it dropped all at once,
No, not at all.
which I think is a
Well,
little bit of a problem.
I
Oh,
think
the end of episode 4.
the end of episode 4 is plotted around. I bet you didn't see this coming. Tune in, in a month from now to see the next 3 episodes. Like, that is built as a cliffhanger to a part of a television season.
Yeah. Is it only 3?
So we got the 4, we're gonna get 3 on Christmas Eve. Why? Why is it on holidays?
Holidays is yeah. Who's watching this on
Uh,
Christmas Eve?
us apparently. And
Well,
then
not
the 2 or 2.5 hour, I've heard conflicting reports, series finale is New Year's Eve.
I'm shocked it's not like 3.5 because the finale of last season is 2.5.
So I want to talk more about that. I'm more positive on this. I think this is the most focused the show has been since season 2. Um, where we have all the characters together, and yes, they will split off. I'm not counting that as a spoiler because I'm not saying what they're doing, but
Mm,
we don't have 6 different subplots all with a different goal. They all have kind of the same goal, which again, this isn't a spoiler because it's obvious after the end of 4 of find Vecna.
mm-hmm.
Whereas season 4, everybody was off doing their own thing, so you had 7 different subplots that maybe didn't need to be subplots. Um, some of them that I think I'm still justified in saying I don't know that we needed that. What really did the Russia plot add at the end of the day?
Oh yeah, and it's not doesn't seem to be coming back.
No.
So I have a couple in this season of things I'm like I don't care about this as much as anything else that's going on.
I
Um
had a couple moments where I started to tune out, especially in 3 and 4. Um, but I think that's because my priorities with the show have shifted. I don't care about the lore. I don't even at this point care about Vecna. Like I am watching for the characters themselves, and this
yeah.
show has had a really since season 1 has had a tough time of balancing character moments with um, the story. But and here especially, I'm not gonna lie. One of the only things keeping me invested in this at this point is Steve. He's my favorite character, and
Yeah.
slight spoilers. We sideline him hard this first half.
Yes, we do.
I think to the show's detriment.
Yeah.
All right. So, what was your favorite episode of the 4?
Let me pull up the synopsis real quick.
Go ahead. I will say while you're doing that, for me, it was probably the premiere. I think this is the best premiere since the first episode.
Yeah, I was gonna cry foul if he's because I think the pilot's better than the premiere of this season. But let me. Yeah, it's either 1 or 4, and I probably I don't know. One had me invested the most, and then 4 has the ending, which I have questions about. I'm gonna go with 1
Okay. Which
as my favorite.
is the Duffer Brothers.
Yeah, they didn't. Uh,
They wrote and directed it.
they directed all of them except 3, which is Frank Darabont. I didn't know that.
Yes, he so because Robert and I talked about this. He came out of retirement to do 2 episodes of this show. He did
Okay,
3, and he will be doing 5. And I thought
2 is
three was quite good.
yeah, I like 3. 2 is maybe the weakest.
Uh, no, maybe, but I because two has some stuff that I like. Um, I don't know. It's hard to pick a weakest. Maybe 4 because it felt like half the subplots were waiting for the big cliffhanger.
Yeah, that's part. It does kind of feel like it's built around the end, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. So because I've seen season 4 like three at least 3 or 4 times at this point, and I'm
Mhm.
gonna have to watch it again. Yay! Uh, I
I've
like
seen it
season
once,
4,
and
but I would shave off like 75% of season 4.
I saw it once when it came out, and I kind of feel like I'm still watching it, so I don't really want to
Oh,
rewatch it.
oh.
That's a
Um,
long season. It's my and
it,
it's my second favorite season. It's just long.
yeah. Did you have any kind of expectations on what our status quo was going to be, or what we were going to be doing with this season? Because I kind of did, and I will say this is nothing what I was expecting.
So this is I kind of had. Did you finish iZombie?
Yes, once.
This has. I was scared that this was gonna be seasons 4 and 5 of iZombie, where we're in like a military compound now,
Yeah.
and it has a little bit of that.
Yeah, but I would say I actually really like that kind of post apocalyptic, like, they are cut off.
Yeah, the
Except, well, I won't say anything because that's a spoiler, but I have questions
I
about
just
certain things that I think are a little too easy.
I don't know that I needed Stranger Things No Man's Land. It's like it's not a story I ever Although I guess that's an unfair, like unfair. It's unfair to say it's not something I wanted because there's things I don't want that end up great. But
Yeah. Well, we'll get into that because I feel like I'm worried that season 4 kind of set the standard because 4 is huge. It's globetrotting, it's cinematic. We've escalated to the point where, well, what do we do to surpass that? Well, the whole world is going to end, possibly. Uh, we have to have our heroes cut off. You know, it's the final season. We have to build real stakes. Um, some of that leads to good stuff. Some of that leads to. There's characters that I just wish hadn't come back.
yeah,
So we're gonna go ahead because I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how to talk about the rest of this without spoiling it. That gives them 10 minutes, 11 minutes of non-spoiler discussion. We're gonna go hop into spoilers. My first thing: why do we have to keep bringing Murray back? I hate him.
yeah. I don't hate him, but he's ran his course. I don't need Murray.
How
I
is
think
how is he
he's
a
worse.
truck driver? That's somehow the only person that can get in and out of this barricade.
He's worse in 4, I think, than
Yes.
he has been here. He might be the worst in 3.
See, I like him and that Russian guy in 3 bouncing off each other. My least favorite is 2 because I really dislike Jonathan and Nancy's relationship. Just in the I have to watch this unfold. And he exists
Yeah,
in 2 just to be a mouthpiece to beat it into Nancy's head that she loves Jonathan, not Steve. And it's like CW love triangle writing.
yeah, a little bit.
And then,
Uh,
she cheats on Steve, so,
well,
it do be like that. Uh, what do you think about that? And no, okay, hold on, sorry. I just thought of this. And they bring that back. Why is this balding middle-aged man so invested in Jonathan's relationship with his girlfriend?
it's weird. It's very strange.
Which I think we can say at this point that relationship is nearing it's like heading for its end. Like,
You know, it should. I don't know that it will.
oh, you think so?
I don't
See,
know that set up at the end of 4 with the ring.
okay, real quick. Again, full spoilers if you're watching live. That ring means one of two things. Either she's going to say no because she knows that this relationship, neither of them are happy, and she's, from season 1, is consistently characterized as not wanting a marriage like her parents, who are obviously very unhappy together, or it means he's dead. I think those are the two most logical outcomes.
Yeah,
Especially with all the Steve and Nancy like baiting they're doing in these last 2 seasons.
yeah, definitely. I don't know that I want Steve and Nancy to end up together either because that's season 1 stuff, and then they've kind of moved on. I feel
See,
like.
I feel like that's the logical route. And I don't think it's regression. I think it's they've grown to a point where they're finally suitable for each other.
Maybe I could see an argument for that. I don't.
I also think it just helps if they have more chemistry. Those two actors have way
Oh,
more chemistry,
absolutely.
which is
Really funny
hilarious.
because yeah, because Jonathan and Nancy are dating in real life.
They have like zero on screen chemistry.
Oh
Uh,
God.
what is your first complaint, sir?
You know, it's just it's weird to articulate some of it. Like a lot of it. A lot of it is that it's not done, so I don't know where it's going.
Yeah,
And just on like a premise, I don't care. Like everything with Holly, I don't need it.
it's trying too hard. I love the actual Demi Gorgon attack. I think that's a great scene, and people
Yeah,
complain about it. We'll talk about that here in a minute. I think that's a great sequence. It is trying too hard to call back to season one. And I'm confident in saying that I'm not just reading too much into it because the episode is called "The Disappearance of Holly Wheeler," which is is the pilot's name, except in the pilot it's Will.
Mhm.
And Lucas just comes out and says it's 3 days before the anniversary of when Will went missing.
I forgot about that line. I should mention you just rewatched this today,
I watched the first two or three. I didn't get a
and
chance to
I
rewatch four.
I just watched it. I think I finished it Saturday,
Yeah.
so it's been a couple days.
Um,
But
I'm gonna rewind though before we get too much into that. Let's start at the beginning because I think the beginning is a mistake.
oh god, it's awful.
Vecna clearly did not exist in season one, and before people come at me with D&D lore and that this is a D&D adaptation, I understand that they're using D&D names and maybe adapting certain things from lore. But Vecna did not, from a writing perspective, Vecna did not exist in season one. They don't come up with that until season four.
By the way, D&D nerd fact, and the Duffers have said this: Vecna didn't exist like as a thing in the games until the '90s, but they put him in the show because they wanted to use him.
Oh, that's amazing.
They just wanted to use the name, but like Vecna has nothing to do with D&D Vecna, so I don't really know why they did that. Just call him
Well,
something else.
so it's weird because people act like this is an adaptation of D&D, but
Oh,
it's
I've never had
it's
that.
it's not. They're just using the characters use D&D monsters to name these things because that's how the kids process it.
Yeah, because like a Demogorgon in D&D is like a two-headed dragon thing. It has nothing to do with.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just names, which is fine.
Yeah. No, I
And
actually
that
think that gives it a really unique flavor of like these monster names to associate with it. But that's not really what they are. That's not even really what they are even in the terms of the story. That's just what
no.
these kids have named them.
Yeah, and I hope we don't get like their real names at any like what they're supposed to be called or anything like that. I don't
Well,
want it.
they have said repeatedly they're going to explain what the upside down is this season,
Oh, okay.
which I think is a mistake.
Yeah. It's gonna be a government experiment, isn't it?
Oh, of course.
It's the plot of Us.
Yeah, but better
It's
than
just
that.
well,
That movie
we'll
sucks.
see. Hopefully,
Uh,
hopefully it's better than that.
so we reveal 10 years after the fact that in season one, Vecna was there the whole time. And I noticed this, I messaged you earlier. He's in his original body, the design from 4,
Yeah.
which he is not when we see him in episode 4. I don't know
Which
what's
I
going
thought
on there. I don't mind the design, but he doesn't work the same way he did in 4, and they don't bother to explain it.
no, in four he's Freddy Krueger, and in this I don't know what he is.
He's remake Freddy Krueger in this one.
He kind of looks like remake Freddy. Although I don't hate the design. I wish because four Vecna is entirely practical almost. Other
Yes.
than like the vines moving behind him. This one's not, and I think it looks good. It's just not quite the same.
No, he doesn't look like a real person anymore.
No.
Which I mean maybe is the point, but then he also can become Henry again.
Which he couldn't do when he looked more human in four.
Yeah,
I, I'm sure we'll get an explanation, or we won't, and we'll complain about it again later.
probably.
Um,
I feel like that I feel like showing his old body in that flashback means there is a story point to his change.
Probably.
Because I didn't pick up on that the first time. But then we get the worst thing in the show, which is CGI Will.
Yeah. I did. The only good thing about that is the meme that's not Will, that's Won't.
Yeah. The Duffers need to stop doing this They did this last season too. I don't know if you remember this, but they had to digitally de-age Millie Bobby Brown,
Yeah,
or
yeah, no,
I guess she goes by Millie something
Bon
Bon
Jovi.
Jovi or something.
Yeah,
Now, but for the
Millie
sake
Bonnie
of
Bon Jovi, I believe.
everybody know who I'm talking about, I'm going to keep referring to her as Millie Bobby Brown. If she wants to sue a YouTube channel with under 600 subscribers, sure. I don't have any money,
Cool.
but yeah.
Just don't sue
And
me.
it
Sue John.
looked okay there because it was like low light and we didn't, and it was more de-aging. This looks like they, and I think they did because I saw that there was like another actor. It looks like they just digitally recreated Noah Schnapp's face from when he was 11.
Yeah, so they should have just had the kid play young Will and not show his face that much.
No, you know what would have been hilarious if they just had present day Noah Schnapp play that scene as he looks now.
Oh my god.
That's what they should have done.
Well, in like
Uh,
3 and 4, they dress him like they want him to still be 11.
yes.
This
Thank God
this is
that Will finally got rid of that bowl cut.
this is Will doesn't have the best haircut in this show, but in this season, but it's better than he's ever had before. So we'll
It's
call it.
really bad in season 4.
Oh, it's so bad before. Uh, the best haircut is Mike. Is Mike looks
Yeah.
like a human being now? But
Yeah, no, and 4, oh God.
4, they all look bad.
Yeah. Dustin looked
That's,
fine.
and now Dustin might be my least favorite of
Oh, see, I really like what they're doing with Dustin. And it is one of the few organic, like, the weight of last season carrying on someone that we've gotten in this show.
I don't like what they're doing with him and Steve.
See, a lot of people are saying that, but like, I don't know. Dustin is acting out because he's traumatized, and Steve doesn't know how to handle it. They're gonna bicker.
Yeah, we'll see where it ends. I mean,
Well, so there is a screenshot from one of the trailers of them hugging and like Dustin's crying. So we know at some point like that is gonna be resolved.
okay. Hopefully Steve doesn't die or you're gonna freak out.
If Steve dies, I will freak out.
He'll die in the like second to last episode and we can't review it because
I
John will stop.
I will stop. I will not watch anymore. um
He'll chuck his TV out the window.
it's true. But no, I really like Dustin's whole thing of like insisting on keeping the Hellfire Club alive. Um I I how do you feel about the bullies? Because I really didn't need them to bring back the Stephen King bullies from last season
No, I don't need. I almost never need Stephen King bullies in
in a
a
non
Stephen
Stephen
King.
King thing.
Yeah, I don't. Sometimes I don't need them in Stephen King things.
I just like I don't know. Just let it go. Move on.
I and I think part of it is I'm trying to think of a way to phrase this nicer than because I do like this show and I always have. This show should have ended a while ago, I think. Like I feel like we're kind of chugging along at this point. No one wants to be here anymore.
See, you say that, but I think we've gotten better performances out of everyone here than we have the last 3 years or last 3 seasons.
I'll say I have one exception. 11.
Yeah, see, I think she's doing better in the first couple of episodes where they give her more to do. It's once she goes back into the Upside Down and she's stuck with Hopper and kind of regresses to season 2 11 that I'm like, okay, we're doing this again. But
I will.
I am very hit and miss with Mike specifically because I think sometimes he's written to be way too obsessive with 11. Especially in like season 2 when he's supposed to be 13.
Mhm.
This is the most I've liked Mike since like season 1.
Yeah, Mike's good in this season.
And they remembered that he has a sister and they let the siblings interact. It's a miracle.
Yeah. I have a thing like with this season specifically. I feel like the characters forget they're in relationships with each other, but I had that last season too. Like Jonathan and Nancy don't talk. Uh,
But to be fair, that is a plot point in season
yeah,
4 because
but
he
I was gonna,
doesn't want to tell her about college.
and then all the other couples in the show we have to split up, and it's been like that since like Mike and Eleven, Hopper and Joyce. Um, Never mind, they're not dating anymore. I was gonna say Max and Lucas, but they haven't dated since season 3. I don't think.
No, they do break up off screen, but they kind of make up at the end of season 4 before her accident. So let's talk about Max. Uh, I have been in the firm camp that 11 somehow saving her life with telekinesis was a jump the shark moment. And I don't know how you felt
Yeah,
about that.
it's not great. We'll see what they do. That might have been the dumbest thing in this season. Is in the 4th episode when Max can't come back to life because she runs too slow.
Yeah. So far, I'm not convinced that I was wrong. That that was probably my least favorite stuff is the stuff with Max and Holly because Max is just an exposition dump.
Yes, I'm also not sure how all of that works. Like, the science fiction in Stranger Things has always been like more simplistic than that, and then all of a sudden we're going into like
Other
I guess we've done like
realities.
mind realms before, but not the same way.
Yeah, and like so if that's a mind realm, which I didn't pick up on, but good call. Maybe that's
I
why
assume
he
it's
maybe that's why Henry looks like Henry.
I
Um
assume that it's Henry's mind because like 11 does that thing with the black void.
yeah. So
I
where is
assume that's
Holly's real
Henry.
body?
I don't know.
It's also really funny. So they revealed that I don't know the name of the song, but it's a song that plays when Holly's like doing that weird dance scene and baking. I think we're alone now is the name of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
They revealed that that was like a song this season, and everybody was going crazy speculating what it was. You know, maybe that's like a Robin and Vicky song because you know the undertones of that song,
Hmm.
or maybe it's for like Mike and Will because people are still on about that. And then it's and we'll get into that, and then it's just a goofy sequence with Holly.
Yeah. Although I mean I think it's supposed to be a little creepy, but it's still
I'm guessing though that that's her song to get out of there.
probably. Um I don't know if I feel like speculation for the future. I feel like Max shouldn't get out of there.
Yeah, I've I feel like she and Jonathan are my two like these two are on the chopping block, and that's not to say I want Max to die. I like Max, but if
So
you're gonna write that ending, I don't think she makes it out of there.
I actually think killing Max is a little bit of a cop out though.
You think so?
Because if you're gonna kill her in season 5, kill her in season 4 would it makes way more sense.
That's true.
Um
They'll do the X3 thing where she just wakes up in another body.
Excellent. Uh like a different actress or
Yeah, no, well, because okay, so I don't know if you remember this, but the post credit scene of X3 is Moria McTaggart, I think it's her name, checking on this patient that is set up earlier in the movie as being completely comatose, like there's no
yeah.
brain activity, and Professor Xavier is in there. But then in the Wolverine, which is a sequel to X3, he's Patrick Stewart again. So my only headcanon is that that Xavier took over that body and turned him into Patrick Stewart.
That's excellent. Yeah, that'll happen. It'll be Max wakes up in Holly's body and then becomes Sadie Sink.
Yeah, excellent. It was kind of cool
Uh
that Holly got to do something. She's been non-existent since season 1.
yeah,
It,
I do have one thing though. So I've been rewatching season 1. She's 3.
yes,
Holly's supposed to be 8.
yes, that is a
That
problem with this
no.
entire show.
Yeah, But that's not the same actress as in the first season.
No, they recast to somebody who could do a little more emotional acting, I guess.
But she's also way too old.
Although you say that, I thought I read that she's yes. So they did cast somebody else as 12-year-old Will for that flashback, and then they just CGI'd over his face.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Excellent.
Uh, but go ahead and finish your point while I'm finding this.
Um, well, like you were talking about, I do. This and four have the is where the ages start to get really distracting, which I know the strikes and everything. All these actors are my age, and they're playing like 15.
So I have it less with the main kids. And real quick, that Holly actress is 14. So
Okay.
there is a difference, but I don't think that's as bad. Except for just it's weird because I've seen her as a 3-year-old in season one.
Yeah.
Um, I don't mind it with the high school kids with like Dustin's group, but I think that's just because I grew up on shows like Buffy and Smallville where we got a bunch of 20 some year
Yeah.
olds
30-year-olds
to
playing
play
these.
high schoolers. It is kind of distracting, but I think that's just because we saw them, in season one as their appropriate age, and then they aged out of it. The one that I find most distracting is Millie. Millie is 11, and then Erica's actress, because Erica's actress I think is like in her 20s, and is supposed to be the same age that like the main kids were in season one, because she's in that guy's class.
I don't know that she's in her 20s. I don't even know her name.
Oh, sorry, she's 19.
Okay. Yeah, that is distract. How old's that kid?
I don't know, but she's got to be around the age that like Dustin and them would have been in season one.
Maybe. How old is that Derek kid supposed to be?
I don't know. Are you talking about the kid they have to kidnap?
Yeah.
Uh oh, we'll
He's
talk about
thir-
him.
he's 13. Um
Yeah, and she's
I
supposed to be somewhat older than him.
Speaking of terrible haircuts, that kid has the worst haircut of all time.
Okay. Do you just want to talk about Derek because he might be my
Yeah.
least favorite thing about this season?
Yeah, he's obnoxious.
He's obnoxious, and I don't want to sound like a prude. It is 2025. Why are we still making fat jokes
Yeah.
like that? The fact, so I like their plan because it is unhinged and it is funny, where they have to kidnap this family to keep them out of Vecna's hand. But then that kid wakes up early because he's fat. Get it? And then a bunch of high schoolers and a full-grown woman can't catch this kid.
He's too powerful.
It's like watching an actual 80s movie slapstick. Just hasn't aged well.
The That scene does have the I'm not gonna say only good, but one of the only good Erica moments ever when she
Yeah.
injects.
And I said, eat your damn pie. She turns into Dexter for a minute.
Yeah. It reminded me of it's an inverse of in season 3 when Billy kills kills the family for
Yeah.
American Pie.
Yeah. No, good call. There's a few callbacks. You didn't like it, but Robin tricks Joyce by saying that the flux capacitor is broke,
Yeah.
which I liked because I don't buy that Joyce would know what that is, even if she'd seen the movie. And it's a callback to season 3 because Back to the Future is the movie that Dustin leaves them in when they're all
Yeah.
drugged and shit.
I just found it a little cringe. Haha, you guys remember? You guys know what the flux capacitor is? We're gonna use it to trick the
Yeah,
boomers.
but I think that is kind of that line because in the universe of Stranger Things, that movie just came out a couple years ago.
Yeah.
To them, it's not a callback. That's a popular movie.
Yeah, I suppose.
Uh,
It's. I mean, I don't. It's not like a huge deal. It's not season breaking. I just found it
yeah.
slightly annoying. I don't. I haven't run into anything in this season that like breaks it for me. There's a couple things in two, 3, and 4 that I have that with.
Yeah, no,
Um,
I really feel like they're refreshing, like eager to make this again.
like 4, the Russia stuff's bad. 3, it's
For me, it's the
still the
kids
Russia
plot.
stuff.
No, the Russia stuff at 3 is peak with
Mm.
Steve and Robin,
Oh,
and
well, yeah. And then you get Erica, and you're like, oh,
I don't care about Tina's party. And we finally paid that off.
yeah,
Uh, honestly, Tina's family might be the biggest thing that almost ruined this. They're so like caricatures of each other, of real people.
yeah,
Also, because I noticed this I've been rewatching the show independently with a buddy of mine. Mormons are like a reoccurring thing that keep coming up in this show, and
actually,
that carries over into this season. Because God, what's the girl's name? I just said it.
Tina,
Tina. We meet Tina's parents, who say, "Answer the door unless it's Mormons or Republican or Democrats."
Democrat,
And I'm just like,
which
oh,
which which is one of my favorite lines in the show.
it's realistic for 1980s Indiana.
Realistic for 2000s Illinois.
Yeah, but I was just like, because they make a Mormon joke in season 2, and then Mormons come up because Susie is one in season 3, and I was like, why does this keep coming up in this show?
I also, as a fellow someone who loves making Mormon jokes, I respect it.
Yeah. Okay, so we talked a little bit about Tina's family, um, and
I
that
think
whole thing.
I think we got to jump to Will.
Okay, so I've been jokingly calling him Gay Harry Potter, um, because at this point he is just Gay Harry Potter.
Yeah, uh,
The parallels are really strong.
with the like connection to the
The
villain.
connection to the bad guy. Now he's a wizard,
I
or
don't
oh, I'm sorry,
a
he's a
sorcerer
sorcerer.
because his powers are innate and don't come from a spell book, which is a cool D&D reference.
However, real quick, I forgot something I wanted to talk about with the flashback in episode 1. And I'm sorry, this is all over the place. This is how my brain works. Uh, that is the most uncomfortable thing in the world, not just because of the CGI, but then we have to watch a tentacle get shoved down CGI Will's throat and pump him full of something.
Doesn't that kind of happen in season 1 though? They like pull it off his face.
Yeah, you're right.
Like
But in
that's
that,
super
he's like laying down and stuck.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Which seated was a bad choice of words on my part,
Yes,
but
that was very. But now I have to assume that's what did it.
yeah. I've heard theories about that. Like he is connected to Vecna. It's Vecna's powers doing that, but he's like controlling it somehow. Or
Do you want to know the
some
wildest one I've heard?
what?
That somehow Henry slash Vecna is Will's dad.
No.
That is a real theory that is going around.
I don't like that.
I don't like it. I don't think it makes sense. But the Duffers love their Star Wars references because L's whole thing in 5 or 4 is just Empire Strikes Back, the training montage. I could see Will getting Luke stuff from uh 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 Empire.
Yeah,
If the cliffhanger of Volume 2 is Vecna going, "I am your father," I'm gonna freak out.
I think the show has to end with Will and 11 fighting Vecna. That's got to be the end.
Yeah. Teddy's in the chat just
Um,
says LOL. I don't know what the to what, but okay,
your Harry Potter thing, maybe.
maybe. I really like the idea of him finally unlocking those powers by embracing who he is. We're really dealing with his struggles with identity and sexuality, and having him kind of learn how to uh, I accept himself through Robin, the other big gay character in this show. I thought was a really good choice, and I really liked all of their scenes together.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like about that is the Will and Mike stuff. People are way too into that, reading way too much into that.
Ugh.
In my opinion.
I
Um,
saw I saw a post the other day that showed a picture of the Demogorgon during the attack on the Wheeler house. It destroys Mike's closet, and they were like freaking out about it. I'm like, that is not symbolism. It's just a destroyed closet.
um, Eddie says, "Haha, they brought back Cully. Yeah, they brought back
Yeah,
8.
we'll talk about that because I have a whole rant with 8, and I don't remember if I've touched on it in the commentary. Uh, but what do you think about Will and Robin?
Yeah, I like their dynamic. I like them as like friends. They have the whole thing in common. I'm a little worried that it's going to become a little CW with she is kind of giving him advice, but he's taking it as to be about Mike.
See, I don't think he will because her advice was to. Oh god, I'm not gonna get the speech right because I didn't watch episode 4, which is I think where that comes in, or I didn't rewatch it. But isn't her whole thing like I learned to trust myself and like
Well, so she's talking about how her and I forgot her girlfriend's name.
Vicky?
Vicky. Her and Vicky it's like it just kind of happened. It just kind of happened. They're really good friend. They were really good friends, that kind of thing. And then she sees um Will and Mike interacting in kind of the same way, and she's like, "Oh no."
Oh
And
yeah,
I'm a little trepidatious about the way that's gonna go.
just because I
Um,
don't think there's any logical way that happens.
no, I don't think it makes any sense.
Mike has been obsessed with 11 to, in my opinion, a creepy degree at times since season 1. I do agree with Teddy. I like that Will finally feels like a real player and that's not just the victim. Uh,
Yeah,
because I think a big problem with 3 and 4 is they don't know what to do with Will. So he's basically an NPC for 2 seasons.
but yeah, he's their compass. He's a monster detector. That's
Yeah.
all he is.
Yeah. Now
Um,
we're finally giving him something to do.
I don't know that I love him having powers. Like he does he kind of did anyway, but as like he could detect the upside down.
I am fine with it if he loses them after they defeat Vecna.
Well, then that's just really Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Um,
You might as well lean into it. You already started.
I mean, I don't know. I think he could keep them, but they gotta do something with it. I did like the callback to 4 when he kills the Demogorgons, where he lifts them in the air and snaps their limbs like Vecna does to the humans in 4,
Yeah. Yeah.
which
Um,
makes it like these are Vecna's powers transferred into Will somehow. It's weird that he's immediately that strong. Maybe,
I don't think it's a matter of strength. I think it's a matter of an emotional outburst.
yeah.
Because Mike was in danger.
Oh, I hadn't thought of this before. You said Duffer loves their Star Wars references. Do you think L's like the light side and Will is the dark side?
You know? That's possible. I
That's not how the powers have ever worked, but I just
no. I don't think I think maybe like there might be a a time when maybe he loses control because he has been possessed before.
Yeah.
But I think ultimately it'll be him in 11 and maybe 8. I don't know how she factors into this. It really feels like they just remembered that plot thread has been dangling for 8 years. I was
I also
like,
don't know how Eight's powers aren't that helpful to fight anything.
well, she's going to make Vecna see whatever he's afraid of.
Oh, okay. He's afraid of Will.
Yeah, he's going to see like a mecha will, like a 10-foot tall mecha will. I
He'll see won't from the beginning.
Oh god. Out of all the things that could have been in that chamber, I don't know why they decided it had to be her. I
Well,
can't figure out what the military wants. So we haven't talked about the human villain because we need one of those.
yeah, that honestly I didn't bring it up because I forgot it existed. Um, that's the worst part of the show is the human villains.
Uh
I hate saying I don't like Linda Hamilton in something. She's useless.
I don't know what purpose she serves. All because every scene with her is just the same variation of we spotted 11. We didn't get 11. She might be over there.
Also, nobody else is going to care about this, and this only applies to me and John, probably. I find it endlessly distracting that her name is Dr. K.
Yes. So Teddy brings this up, and I want to talk about it. Teddy says, "What do you guys think of the reaction some fans have that Steve feels more aggressive this season?"
I don't.
The
There's a lot of
discourse
shit
around
going down.
Steve Harrington drives me insane. So last season, when they started hinting again, and mind you, they never actually confirmed that he didn't feel this way, but in season 4, when they start really doubling down on the fact that he still has feelings for Nancy, people complain that that was regression. Which, first of all, that's not how that works. So in this season now, they're saying he's regressing because he's being aggressive with Dustin. Steve has always been sarcastic and with Dustin. He doesn't know he protects Dustin and he lifts him up, but he's not going to shelter the kid when he's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Even in season 4, it's played for more for jokes, but he's like, Henderson, you need to admit when you're wrong. He's not.
They bring that back in this.
They do.
Honestly, their first like partnership in 2, he's kind of a dick.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't want to be there. He wants to go find Nancy. But he still does it because it's what's right. Steve's not being aggressive. He's just handling the situation the only way he knows how. If anything, Dustin is being way more aggressive because of his trauma, and I think Steve is responding in kind.
No, Dustin's being very aggressive, which is I like that choice.
Yeah.
But
No, he's the character arc is clear of he's trying to be Eddie, which is not going to work.
No.
Okay. So let's use that to jump off to the whole love triangle, which I thought was funny at first. It got a laugh out of me when they're both racing to see who could climb the tower higher or faster, higher. I was like, oh, that's fun. You know, they're kind of competing without really saying it for Nancy's affections, and Nancy's just irritated by the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel about that?
I didn't need it.
See, I thought that was the only place that was going to go.
It's fine. I don't. Hopefully, it's not cliche and dumb. That's all I can say. Like, hopefully, it doesn't turn out stupid.
Where they lost me, and I think turns into a little bit of CW writing, is after the attack, Steve wants to go check on Nancy, you know, being a compassionate friend, and Jonathan freaks out at him. And I'm like, what? That's your reaction?
A little weird.
Yeah. But I also kind of like the idea of, like, Jonathan knows that this relationship is dying, and he's really insecure about it, and that just happens to hit one of those insecurities. Which is another reason I think this relationship is doomed.
Yeah, I don't really disagree. But like I said, I'm not shocked if it ends like that. That they end up together at the end.
I will freak out. Ah!
How much do you want to bet this show ends with a jump into the '90s,
I feel like we know it will.
or like even hopefully not now? We'll see.
It would be really funny if their ending is a Harry Potter epilogue 17 years later or whatever, 19
Oh
years
my god,
later.
I would not be shocked, honestly.
No, I think there will be an epilogue that just kind of shows you what happens with each character in case they can't get anyone to come back for one of these spin-offs.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Which I don't know if we will cover because I can't decide. I right now I don't care outside of just seeing this end. I like this show with this cast with these characters. I don't care. I don't even care about that animated spin-off that they're working on.
You're not a fan of the Stranger Things cinematic universe or expanded
No.
universe? All the
Do
you
you
haven't
do
read
you
the
know about
novels?
this? They're doing an animated show that's set between seasons 2 and 3.
That's a weird place to put it.
Yeah. Just don't do that.
Don't do that. I don't it this franchise is very like they want it to be this generation Star Wars, or they did. There used to be so many novels and
Yup.
book like comics. I think there's like a whole run of comics. I could be wrong about that, but
No, Netflix really pumped some effort and attention into this.
I haven't read any of the expanded universe of Stranger Things. I'm sure some of it's all right. I know a lot of it's about like Hawkett's lab stuff.
That's the
Um,
stuff I care the least about.
yeah,
Uh, I'm glad that they didn't change their mind and bring back Matthew Modine's character again.
yet.
Yeah, they could. But I
They
derailed us
may
with
well,
Dr. K because I wanted to talk about the love triangle, which I assume will get resolved in part two.
or
Um,
or or the finale, which
yeah.
I hope part two. I hope important things happen in part two, and it's not just like we're filler until the finale comes out.
The main thing I want is just I want more character stuff. These seasons never allow any down like hardly any downtime once the ball gets rolling. And I after the big deal they made of Robin and Vicky's like feelings for each other in four, I really hope that this season doesn't ruin their relationship because Robin constantly has to bail on her.
Yeah, I hope not.
Just bring her into the fold. We've
It'll
brought
be
everyone else
small.
in at this point.
It'll be Smallville.
Yeah. I really like Robin this season. I think the radio gig for her is perfect. As somebody that just yaps constantly.
Yeah, no, it works. It's better than the video store in four.
I do kind of love that her and Steve just have a different job every season.
Yeah, I wish they were in the first season together, so they could have been like a runner, like every
Yeah. No, if you want to sell me a Stranger Things spinoff, it's a sitcom with those two working a different job every season.
every episode.
Or every episode, there you go.
It's like a 10 episode. Like it's one of those like really bad Netflix sitcoms, like that '90s show.
Yeah. But like a parody of that.
No,
Oh,
completely straight. It's Netflix.
I'm sorry.
It would be really funny to have have a sitcom set in this universe.
Uh, yes. Um, so back to Dr. K for a minute, because I know that's the stuff you and I are the least interested in. What do you think is going on there? What are they doing? Where are we going with that?
I just I feel like it's just like generic. The government wants to weaponize it.
Yeah, because they don't learn. That was my big complaint with four. Is I think the government stuff in that sucks.
No, I agree. We're gonna send Demogorgon. Kingpin's gonna put Demogorgons
Iraq.
uh, in Iraq.
Let's see. Oh, okay. So I forgot about this. They explain it in 4 because 4 is like exposition overload, and I couldn't retain it all. Apparently, Max does confirm that they're in Vecna's memories,
Oh, okay.
nicknamed Camazotz.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell
I,
that is.
I are they just
Oh
mispronouncing Camelot?
no, okay. So that fits with it. That's from another thing that is kind of a running subtext with this show or this season. Everything with Holly is related to A Wrinkle in Time, and apparently that comes from A Wrinkle in Time, which I have never read or seen or
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that.
yeah, and apparently that's where Max has been stuck. Is that where all of the others are?
I have no idea. I I hope not. Like it's Chrissy and then the other two that die. I don't remember their names. Um,
Kid and other kid.
Kid. But like if they're there at the end of the season and they're just fine, I don't like that.
So well, I don't think they'd be fine. I think if they're there, it's their minds are stuck in there, but their bodies are gone. It's not like Max's
Mhm.
body is still there. And uh today, also funny thing about episode 4 with Tina, without context, Erica looks at yeah, we talked about that. No, Erica looks insane. Even with context, it's insane.
No, the whole thing's insane. When I watched it the first time, I text John. I'm like, "What the hell is happening?"
Steve gets a chainsaw in that scene and nobody says groovy. Like, that is unacceptable.
Completely unacceptable. 0 out of 10.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll call it right here, or we'll call it here in a few because we're at it about an hour. So at the final episode, our group so far are Mike, Will, basically all the teenage boys,
Mhm.
the party, and then you have 11 and Hopper in the Upside Down on one end, and then Nancy, Steve, and Jonathan on the other end, which is a pairing that I've wanted to see happen at some point for a long time now. Like, see them try to work together. How do you feel about how we've split all these characters up?
I don't mind it. I think it works. I like Hopper and 11 together in theory more than in practice at the moment because I think their stuff is a little dull.
It's kind of just the same thing that they've been doing since season 2.
Yeah, and it's I understand that it's the upside down and this is what it's always looked like. We had a whole Hopper subplot last season was colored completely gray, and now we got that again.
Yes.
I'm tired of Hopper in gray locations. Um,
I kind of wish they'd put him with someone else for once.
I do too. I do some behind the scenes things I saw. He's got the Red Guardian beard because he couldn't shave it because this filmed around the same time as Thunderbolt apparently.
I wondered about that because I made a joke when I watched it that, oh, he's just got his Marvel beard.
I'm like, okay,
I
he's
mean,
the Red Guardian now.
it kind of fits for this like cut off.
He's grizzled and has to.
Yeah,
He wants to blow
I kind
himself
of
up with the
I
dynamite vest.
I kind of wish that they just kept him with Joyce, who I find kind of irritating this season.
I've had that. Like, I think she's a little insufferable in 2 and 3.
Oh, see, I think
Even
she's fine. I think she's okay in 3. Hopper is insufferable in 3.
no, Hopper's bad in 3.
So me and my friend just started 3 tonight, and his whole thing with Mike and 11, I'm just like, you are acting like a teenager. What is happening? Although your grandma is a legendary blooper. Have you seen that?
No.
No, there's a blooper. I'll send it to you when we're done. He It took him like a day to get that scene done because he couldn't stop cracking up at the "it's your grandma."
It's your grandma.
Um,
Oh, excellent.
yeah, I wish they'd just been a little more daring with some of the pairings. Like, I've always wanted Steve, Nancy, and Jonathan to have to actually work together for once. Because they've never. One of my biggest annoyances with how that whole thing is handled is that they just kind of turn Steve into a doormat uh, for Nancy to go off and do whatever she wants to do in season two. And he just says, yeah, it's okay, I get it. Like, have him react, stand up for himself. I also hate Jonathan, so, you know.
I think Jonathan's fine. He's not
I
the
think
worst.
I think he's insufferable.
I like him more here than in four, because in four he's just the stoner guy.
Yeah, which apparently we forgot about.
Yeah, we forgot about Argyle because he was here at the end of four.
Well, they said he wasn't coming back. I assume he just went back to California.
Okay, he just left.
Yeah. No, he's like, fuck this, I'm out. Most
Fair
relatable
enough.
Stranger Things character.
The stoner pizza man.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Um.
He'll come back in the finale as the Deus Ex Machina.
Okay,
He'll
super
he'll have
random
to
guys.
die.
Am I the only one who kind of wants to see the rest of the Turnbows to wake up for the what the hell is going on?
I mean,
I'm kind of ready to just move past that subplot.
yeah, I don't need.
I don't
I
even
don't.
know why Derek gets so much fucking screen time.
Derek is gonna be a main character the rest of the season, and you know it.
They think he's hilarious.
So does TikTok, because I keep seeing clips of him
Yes.
yelling at Joyce. I'm like, that's not funny.
No, it's awful. I uh okay, so I guess the last thing we should talk about is Vecna. So he's kidnapping these kids for something. He says to reshape the world. What the hell does that mean? That wasn't your plan last season.
Do you think it's like he can tell that these kids have the potential to have powers? And he
I feel like
wants
that's the only.
maybe I don't because he has them. I guess Will does. Well, Will. Do you think Will naturally does, or it's like just because he was taken by?
I feel like
Yeah.
the idea is if he had never been marked by Vecna, he wouldn't have these powers.
Okay.
Because he wasn't even like he didn't even have the sense until he went to the Upside Down.
No.
Okay,
I
so oh sorry, go ahead.
just the whole thing's kind of ambiguous, and I think we'll get more answers later. That's the thing. Like this is a part one. It should have all come out at once, which I'll
Yeah.
harp on forever. But
So the last thing I want to talk about is a couple predictions from episode titles. So episode 6, chapter 6 is Escape from Kamazats.
mhm.
So I'm guessing that's when we'll finally get the gang all together.
my the one that concerns me is episode 5, Shock Jock.
Why does that
Uh,
concern you?
Well, because Shock Jock has to do with radio. I think Robin might die in that one.
I'll be upset if Robin dies. I wouldn't quit watching like I would if Steve dies.
Well,
Do you have any? Do you have like a show like that where like you're watching, and you're like, if this character dies, I think I lose all interest.
technically yes.
Is it Stranger
Small,
Things?
no,
Oh,
it's Smallville.
oh, is it Clark?
No, it's Jonathan.
Oh, so you lost interest like 3 seasons for where you after you stopped watching, or before
Uh,
you stopped watching. I don't know
yeah,
words.
that's why I lost interest.
Oh,
No, it didn't. It didn't kill it. It didn't help.
and then 7 is the bridge, which that could mean a bridge to this Camelzots.
I assume the bridge is the regular world in the Upside Down, which the finale is the worst name.
The right side. I could think of a worse name. If they
They
just
just
called
don't.
it Stranger Things, I would have been a little upset.
Yeah,
The Right
I think
Side
it
Up,
would
I don't think
suck.
that's a terrible title.
I think it's better than the finale name last time, which
Oh,
was
Volume 2 is worse than I thought. It's not Christmas Eve, it's Christmas
it's
Day.
Christmas. Yeah, it is Christmas Day.
What the fuck?
No, that's awful.
Why would you do that? I also hope it doesn't have an arbitrary time release, too. Like, I don't know if you know this because you watch it after the fact. You had to wait until like 8 p.m. on November 26th to watch the first 4 episodes.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It's dumb. Don't do that.
It's dumb. No, but what's weird, they're not even like a week apart. Is two in the finale, part two in the finale. It's 6 days apart because they wanted on holidays and they wanted the finale to come out in 2025, but it's the last day of 2025. Christmas and New Year's Eve is the worst time to put out anything.
Yeah, and this is purely selfish. I want to do videos on each of these, but it's going to be really hard to get people together on the holidays.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Ah, it's so annoying. Like, Thanksgiving is whatever, but fucking Christmas Day.
That's awful.
I'm really hoping that Frank Darabont knocks out another banger of an episode, though.
Hopefully, he does five. Sean Levy does six. So
I
we'll see.
Yeah, but I mean, you say that he's been involved with this since day one. I don't know if you know that.
No, I know.
And he made the best Deadpool movie.
No,
Yes.
no.
Deadpool and Wolverine is the only watchable one.
No, one is the best.
One is whack.
No,
Yes.
false.
Deadpool 1 sucks.
Anyway, we've devolved.
But yeah, we've devolved into yapping. Anything else you want to talk about? Anything you want to just jokingly rant about or actually rant about? I will say it was nice of them to take worst haircut award away from Will and give it to Lucas this season.
Yeah,
Dude's hair is a triangle.
it's bad. Worst outfit goes to 11.
Yes.
What is happening? Sweatpants with
Oh,
shorts over the sweatpants.
I'm glad you said something. Okay. They never addressed this again. But in the premiere, we have, to show that they're hunting 11, they trank that woman that is wearing a similar outfit. Does that mean they're just going around tranking anyone that wears the same outfit as 11 to see if it's her?
I hope so.
I really hope that that's the military's way of tracking this girl down.
Are they? Were there a lot of people wearing sweatpants and short shorts in the 80s?
Apparently.
Oh my god.
Because at first I thought it was like a purposeful decoy, but I don't think it is because they never mention it again.
Oh my god.
So
Excellent.
don't wear that outfit or you'll get hunted down by the government and tracked.
I wouldn't wear it anyway.
Well, that's what you're wearing to work tomorrow. At the store.
True. The store.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of anything else we didn't really touch on.
I think we hit most of it.
It is weird how half of our characters are in the Upside Down and half of them aren't.
Yeah.
Oh,
I do
how
have-
cool was that episode 2 cold open?
Which one is that?
Was that a... That's the attack on the Wheeler House. That's not a cold open.
No.
That's just picking up where the last episode left off.
But I'm good if you are, I think.
I'm going to give Teddy a minute to expand on his thoughts. And I don't know any of the writers that like aren't the Duffer Brothers. Opening. I mean, I really liked the opening. Oh, we didn't talk about. I am so sick of the word plot armor. This show does have problems with plot armor. This season has not yet. Okay, so I don't know if you've seen this, but people are up in arms over the wine bottle thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because Karen Wheeler, who finally gets something to do that isn't creepy, her storyline in 3 is creepy.
Yeah.
Uh, Stabs the Demogorgon, or Demodog, or whatever the fuck it's called, with the wine bottle to protect Holly, being the good mom. And Ted, and even Ted gets his moment, but I hate Ted, so you know.
That's
Uh,
peak.
Ted is peak, but then I got sick of it. How do you feel about the Demogorgon being affected by the bottle, but then shrugging off bullets?
That's stupid. It is dumb.
Okay,
It's not consistent.
may I present though? We're consistent with it can be stabbed because Hopper beheads one with a sword
Okay.
in the real world, but when they're shooting it, it's in the upside down. Could it be that it's stronger in the upside down?
Maybe. But bullets don't work on it in the real world in the first season. That right?
It doesn't kill it, but I think it hurts it because it's immune. It's not. It's because they shoot it just in, but the goal is to get it in the trap and set fire to it.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I'm not sure. I don't really
Go
have
watch all of
that.
season 1 right now and tell me.
Okay. Okay.
I say that I think all you really need to do is watch the finale, but
Yeah, I've been doing a season 1 rewatch, but after we're done with this, I'm gonna go right to bed.
no.
No. Okay.
All right. Well, that is going to be it for us. Thanks for watching us yap about Stranger Things Volume 1 or Season 5 Volume 1. I hate this volume shit. They did that last season too. But we'll be back Thursday, and I hope you guys have a great night.
See ya.